So Alex Headland won this in 2021. Mollymook was second, Seacliff in third. Only Mollymook are in this field. And they're set and underway, and it is Mollymook getting off to a brilliant start. Currumbin alongside them as well. Probably those two clubs, and also on the inside, Allura right up there in the pointy end, and probably Currumbin changing in first.
Oh, a little slowdown from the Vikings, the change over there, but now we go to that of Coogee, who had a great transition, very similar to the girls there as well. The tall timber, but that's the left-hand side of Mollymook. The left-hand side of Mollymook, Black will change over second first.
Yeah, that was a great run by the second leg of Mollymook, and here, you can't even see them on screen. They're that far ahead at the moment. They're going to have to do a lot of work to get back up into it. Maroochydore Team B is beating Team A at the moment into the final change.
Oh, Mollymook are flying, but here comes the Vikings. The mighty Vikings of Currumbin left second for the left-hand side. I think they've done enough. The mighty Vikings starting to celebrate there at Elephant Rock. The Vikings are home.
Yeah, Ace Haslam of Cronulla taking a dive there for the line, making sure he gets his team into the silver medal position. It was a great run by him to anchor the boys from Cronulla home as well. But Currumbin, nothing stopping them. And I'll tell you what, after their results last night, that is not surprising, Ty.
I'll tell you something interesting. The young boy with his shirt off back at Currumbin, he's actually a water athlete of Jack Everly. So well done, Jack, stepping up there. I know Mum's on live stream as well. But let's look at this for the replay. We saw the start. It was a very clean start right across all teams, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, but now you can see Currumbin starting to get into their rhythm, and again, it's all down to the leg speed, and that's where he gets the advantage here into the first change. But what a performance there by the team from Coogee. Really swift through that opening change.
Yeah, great change over there from Coogee. But Mollymook, the second runner, really comes to the fore here. And runner number 3 as well. They've obviously backed themselves with their strength across the 1, 2 and 3, taking nothing away from their fourth runner. But looking here, you thought Mollymook was looking quite comfortable going the last leg.
Yeah, they look really hard to beat from this point on, but as you know, sometimes you save your X factor till last. Sometimes you put a little bit earlier to throw the other teams off their game a bit here, but Currumbin powering through to the line. It was a convincing victory, would you say? It's the most convincing we've seen.
Yeah, most definitely. I love the strength of the last runner. He just looks strong. Obviously, running into a very stiff headwind as well. And there's Jack Everly celebrating with the team from the mighty Vikings of Harrison Bond, Oscar Smith, Stefan Mapu and Jack Everly. What a performance. And the Vikings, they're up, they're about. And guess what, Nathan? 4 events, 4 different teams have won tonight thus far.
There you go, continuing the trends here. Another thing with Currumbin too, they actually won no medals in the relay events last year. They had a few top 5s, but did not get on the podium in the beach relays last year. So you can see them come to the fore here. I remember the 2017 Aussies is where they really dominated everything. And you can see exactly why here, as the team still await the final confirmation of their results.
And a big thanks to all those on live stream. Give us a shout out as well. No, Dan Collins is watching. Great to have you on board there, Dan. And get people shouting out. Renee Gibbs, well done, the Coogee girls. Yeah, what a performance. Dominant performance from the Coogee girls in the under-19 beach relay a little bit earlier as well. And young boy there, we spoke about that, Ace Haslam. Isn't he a great up-and-coming superstar from Cronulla there as well? Obviously took out the sprint last night, but he's definitely a name small on the dial as well.
Yeah, he's going for the Rowan Browning look as well. He's trying to grow out the mullet. The mullet game's been on with some of these boys here. Maybe they should give a national title for the best mullet of the championships. I'll tell you what, Ace has given it a good run here and loves the camera, loves the selfie. The big man from Cronulla there, and he is very fast over 200 metres as well. Got a World Junior qualifier and 5th in the national final recently on the track. But fantastic job by Currumbin. They were unstoppable in that one.
Yeah, we'll talk about Currumbin, talk about mullets. What about the 2 boys there, the runners 2 and 4, also known as the Moulay? Give us a bit of rundown, obviously, of athletes. Say Haslam, he took out Ace, who took out the 19 sprint last night. How often would he be training throughout a weekly program?
He'd be on the track. He's on the track at least 2 or 3 times a week. He'd do 1 beach session, potentially a second, and obviously the gym program, the strength work, the functional strength that these boys do off the track is really important for these explosive or power-based athletes, because that is what the edge. They can't get that sort of power through just doing speed work alone. So they need that plyometrics work. They need to do their stuff in the gym to make sure they can get the maximum out of themselves in terms of the power they put through the sand here.
Yeah, most definitely, and obviously developing bodies as well. And a big shout out to those. I've got the Kiwi boys of Currumbin, and also a big welcome to Kurt Wilson, head of Surf Sports there at Currumbin on live stream as well. So big shout out, mate. Your boys have done it, the mighty Vikings. Well, we say they've done it. We're just waiting for the official result. I mean, see the officials, and once again, a few nerves of the boys just waiting for those final results, especially for the minor places as well. But a great program. Obviously, this is relay number 4 of a great night of beach relay action down here at Curra at Broadbeach. And it's been a great Aussies thus far, hasn't it?
It sure has. Certainly unpredictable. We've seen in the water events as well, plenty of upsets, a lot of the big names not progressing through the early rounds as well. The surf conditions really throwing a spanner in the works with that one. And in the beach events as well, we've seen a couple of new recruits, a couple of club changes as well, that it's really changed things up in terms of how this relay does play out and the relay dynamics here. Another interesting thing, Ty, is also some of these athletes backing up as well, the 17s, 19s and opens. It is a massive program for them, particularly if you're like gun under 17 and you're needing the under 19s and opens. The recovery is really important to try to get the best out of yourself.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. In terms of recovery, obviously I'm from a water background myself, but in terms of recovery, they're looking at 10, 15, 20 minutes of recovery for these guys to go through. What do they go through, especially in a speed power game of sprints?
Yeah, it's obviously really important that these guys, mentally as well, do a debrief. A lot of the time when they do win gold or when they do exceed expectations, they can get quite excited, but it's also important to stay grounded, knowing that there might be 1 or 2 other races just as big, because they're all Aussie finals as well coming up. So really important for these athletes to focus on the present moment and also making sure physiologically they do their ice baths, their stretching, and they go through their warm-up process just as diligently as what they did for the first race.
Many clubs represented right across around Australia as well. In terms of relay baton changeovers, how often would a club in this nature of of your Cronullers or your Vikings, how often would they get together and practice the changeovers that we've seen tonight have been pretty critical?
They have been pretty critical. There hasn't probably been as many mistakes as what we've seen in the past, but obviously really important to gel as a team. It was surprising when I did hear from that team that they hadn't done a lot of practice with it, so that was surprising, but obviously they are very proficient at it and they've done it before. Maybe not with each other, but it's really important. That skill is the difference, particularly at the national level. Yeah,
most definitely. We spoke about the shuttles of up and back too with the transition, and the results are in. We're in for us anyway. The officials are yet to come out. We'll just wait for that celebration. We'll see the officials just finalising. Words to Cronulla.
Oh, they're having a bit of a chat here, so not sure what this is all about. Doesn't look to be a stern chat, I don't think, so...
Hang on, the body language. Body language, a wave of a hand.
Oh.
It's like me at McDonald's. You want any fries with that? No, thank you. Moving on.
Thank you.
Here we go. Officials moving out of position. We'll get an update very, very shortly. Here we go for the official crowning of our 2022 Australian Under-19 Beach Relay Champions. The boys wait for the results. Oh. I love it.
These reactions are priceless. They are priceless.
Talk about extend the moment of post-win celebration.
Yeah. Don't step forward yet, buddy. You haven't been called.
Oh, the mighty Vikings. The Currumbin Vikings will pick up the gold and our champions for 2022. In second place, it was Coogee.
So it looks like it would be Cronulla disqualify there. So we'll get confirmation of what happened there. Maroochydore, Team A, getting through for the bronze.
Oh, the boys, they are up and about. That's of Maroochydore in third, but it was all about the Vikings, the Currumbin Vikings. And they've got a very, very strong history in terms of beach sprints, beach relays, even track as well. Nathan, and I think the Open Girls might be interesting. I know they had 2 in the final last night. I'd be interested to see, obviously, the winner coming through with Chloe Mannix Power. What a performance.
It's taken her 3 years to win. She's won all the way through 15s, 17s, 19s, and it's taken her 3 years to win the Opens, but really impressive and glad for her to see that. But we'll throw down to Harold now, who's with our champions.
Currumbin Vikings, under-19 male beach relay champions. Talk us through the team, noting that last year Currumbin didn't get 1 medal in the relays, and you got the first one tonight.
Yeah, it was pretty good, pretty exciting race, and we ended up having a late entry because we actually got Jack over here. He was getting in from the water, so we got 3 beaches and a watery in our team, so we're pretty stoked with the result.
Most people could tell that because he's actually got a rashy tan. You guys don't. So, Jack, tell us, jumping into the guys, team effort, what was your expectations coming into this race?
I don't know, just go as hard as I can. Hopefully get a medal.
And hard was strong enough. So, boys, gold medal. Talk us through the training and I guess and the running culture down at Currumbin.
Yeah, no, it's pretty mean down at Currumbin. Vikings got a good crew there. They set us all up, and a couple of us Kiwis are over here. So get over here, good hit out. It's mean as.
Sweet as, good hit out, gold medal. So let's find out all your names because people at home want to know who you all are.
Harrison Bond.
Seven Mapu.
Oscar Smith.
Jack Everly.
And these guys are your under-19 beach relay champions, gold medalists. Sheesh!